This photo used in this image here was taken on Easter 2009. One of the few times I made it to the beach, working the Sunday market. Then stayed a little longer to take some photos of my cards, if I remember correctly. I had just started my graphic art, and I was using it to demonstrate censorship, and I've gone from handing out cards one at a time, DVDs as well, to having lots of good people worldwide hand out copies of my work. Pick an image, any image with contact, and use it to demonstrate dangerous censorship in America. Can't reach me right now, you have no idea when else the phone you're making a video of, and that Flight 93 check and post video, you have no idea when else that phone won't be allowed to work. Yeah, I didn't get many photos on the beach there because I had to hit the bus to get back to Hussein's Little Arabia, where I had to stay because of censorship. I worked underemployed, living hand to mouth from 2007 to 2014 when I ended up in the hospital, 80 pounds lighter. Lost it all in 1 month. On that very month, I was to go from having a low-paying, few-hour, as-needed job to an actual position with the city of Santa Monica, working full-time and per actual pay, more money than I was making at the time, and benefits. Actually, being able to eat all the time. I started working for the city of Santa Monica, living in the night shelters of LA. Yeah, they thought it was funny, me, a homeless man, working for the city of Santa Monica, in particular, the Department of Housing and Economic Development. I remember the check and post in front of City of Santa Monica officials, as well as LAC USC Keck Medical. My more recent trip to the hospital, heart attack, no chest pain, no shortness of breath, none of those classic symptoms you see on TV or hear those who have had them talking about. If that was a heart attack, I've been having them since I was 4 years old. It's part of that, those eyes growing anew, whole new body growing anew. Yeah, doing that to build Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. Call it what you want, but try to call me and see religious censorship that can place someone named Hussein in the highest office in America right after we got attacked by a whole lot of Husseins with 9/11. Yes, that Saudi Arabian city by the sea taking part and holding back my work, my real work, and as well my graphic artwork. It's decent considering I was just starting out back then. These images that I've just updated. And yeah, Hussein's Little Arabia, where I lived in as a overpriced room for rent place. Had to move there from the Weingart shelter that I got into after the night shelters. And then after like 8 months or so, I had to move there. The only place they could reach me by phone, and yes, run by a Saudi Arabian man who was jetting off to Saudi Arabia, just before they placed Hussein in our White House to stain our democracy. A checking post in front of City of Santa Monica officials and LAC USC Keck Medical Clinics and Hospital. What do you know about this? How do you reach this man by phone? When my phone, my family's lifeline, is not working. Explain to them that phone records don't lie, and when you're calling and make a video of your hijack call to John Milton Brady, you've got the time on your phone, you've got the number dial, 424-229-4140. Ask them, as well as Lori and Sam Bond, my sister and brother-in-law in Louisiana. Past decade I've been out here, moved in, 2007, from South Basin Army in Monroe, Louisiana to, the streets of LA. Ask them, how do you reach John Milton Brady? Melton, your brother, for Lori and Sam, brother and brother-in-law. How do you reach him to taunt him about his Gates livelihood and hijack lifeline? Because it's also your Gates livelihood as well. You can't reach me, you can't reach a customer. Whatever boring thing you get, phone ringing, error message, busy signal, get to leave a message, I sure don't get it. You don't show up on those call records. When you're calling up another customer and you get the same thing, phone ringing, error message, busy signal, that's your Gates livelihood. So someone else with a bigger name but not a better product can get your business. So ask Lori and Sam and City of Santa Monica, LAC, USC. Oh, California Assisted Living Waiver Program had their hand in reaching me by phone and taunting me about my Gates livelihood because, they promised to move me to Lancaster. Made some documentaries about that and left me in Linwood, California. Had to make myself homeless to eat. The place they put me in was that bad. Ask, State of California and City of Santa Monica, LAC, USC, Keck Medical, and Lori and Sam Bond, and a few others. Good folks aren't going to have a problem with you demonstrating that someone else's phone is not working, is being hijacked. Bad folks going to have a story to tell. They're going to get angry as anything. They're going to rage. Get that on video. They just might be involved. How do you reach this man by phone? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? What's that you have to do to get your phone to work? Because if I'm in a burning building or I need the cops or the paramedics, I'd like to know what that thing is you do to reach Melton. It's a simple question. Good folks aren't going to have a problem with you demonstrating mass censorship in America. Oh, you can also certify your mail as well. Make a video before you send it. It's going to be stolen.